Amanda here. I'm going to show you how to do a little bag that we used to do a long time ago called we called it the wrist bag. And it's a little soft bag that you carry on your arm. And I had noticed the other day on a website, and it was in a store going for $138. When I saw that, I was really surprised because the bag is made out of fabric. There's no special hardware, and it's very cheap cheap to make because it doesn't take a lot of extra tools or anything to make. So what I wanted to do is show you how to make this little bag. And what's neat is you can make it out of any kind of fabric you like. We had done it in brocades, like Asian brocades. I did a lace one. I did like some animal print ones. I think I even did one out of denim, but it was a little stiff. I wasn't crazy about it. But it has a lot of versatility, and the great thing too is that you can make it any size and shape. So the one that I'm going to show you is just a little small one, which I really like carrying it around because you can fit a couple things in there. It's a nice little bag, and then when you open it and empty it, it's flat. You can put it in your bag, like your luggage. So and you could make a lot of different colors and have them going with different outfits. It has a lot of possibilities. I was thinking you could even take like one of your favorite crazy t-shirts and recycle it and make it into one of those bags and be like a one-of-a-kind bag. So there's a lot of possibilities, and we had done it and sold it in stores for about, I think it was $22, and the store marked it up like twice, so it went for about $60-some in the store. So even at that time, that was a decent price. But anyway, so I thought I'd show you how to do this little bag, and it doesn't take any special machinery. You can do it on your home machine. You don't need any special hardware or threads or anything like that. So it's a fun little machine to start out sewing. If you have like a little sister, you want to show her how to sew. This is a really good thing to start out with. So I hope you like it. So I've cut my all my pattern pieces out. The lining is the same size as the outside pattern, and what I did is I backed my material because it's a little thin. I put some fusible interfacing on there, and so it's the lining gets put down face to face, and this area here where they're connected, where these are connected, what I do is fold over that 3/8 inch seam allowance over here. I did it on this side and on this side of the lining, and the other one you keep the way it is. And so now what I'm going to do is, well, this is the first stitching part, is you're going to stitch all the way all these areas between the pins here with a 3/8 inch seam allowance, and I go right over that fold there just to here. So just these areas between the pins, and then we'll be turning them. Okay, so I've done my stitches where on these areas right here, I removed my pins and I did a little clipping. So now what I'm going to do is turn these, and you clip the curves a bit. How much you want to. It depends on the thickness of your fabric and the type of fabric it is. But you end up turning these, and the one side that I had folded over will have like a sort of a clean turned edge already. Okay, and so you kind of undo those. Here's the other one. Okay, I turn both of these, and you can like iron them out and smooth, smooth these seams, um, and then make it so that it's nice and flat. And I'm gonna go iron this a little bit, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I press these a little bit with my iron, and so the way I do this is the edge that got turned, and this is a raw edge. What I'm going to do is connect these right here, and I usually do a hand stitch, but maybe you could do it on the machine, depending on how you want it. I mean, I try to do a little bit of an invisible stitch there, but you could also just sew straight across on your machine. So I pin there, and then I pin here also. And it turned, it looks like I got a little bit of a bigger seam on this side, but I can adjust that. But anyway, then you will be hand stitching or sewing across here, that stitch right there. And then these are raw edge up here still. So then after you've stitched those, you'll just put these face to face, pin, and stitch it all the way around. And then I added, I put seam seam binding. Um, and it actually, I found that to be a good way to make it, the shape kind of stay roundish. There may be a way to do some inside out sewing, but I found the best way to make the bag is with seam binding. So you just sew your seam allowance right here, the 3/8 of an inch. And I'll go do that, and I'll put my seam allowance. And also I'll be sewing these up.